Good day and welcome back to another DBZ Dokkan video. In this video we're taking a look at the Storied Figures event, SBR, I say event, SBR, ESBR, yes? No, SBR. SBR is one of the two, sorry, can't remember right now, busy doing the voiceover. But we're going to be beating it with a Team Bardock team, and yes, it is the free-to-play Team Bardock team. So much like the free-to-play Ginyu Force team, the free-to-play Team Bardock team has a lot of really good stuff going for it. Unlike the free-to-play Ginyu Force team, it really struggles when it comes to the little add-ons. So the big thing with like the Ginyu Force team is not that they just have some really good EZAs on the free-to-play units, but it's also that they have two pretty good free-to-play LRs, the Tech Ginyu and the Physical Ginyu, both of which are fantastic supports units that boost the rest of the team and also provide a better lead, 130%. Team Bardock, unfortunately, suffers from this because their leader, their LR, I don't even think has their final dupe. So their LR is very much behind the curve. I don't know what Dokkan's done with these guys. They are on their own mission. Basically, it's a very weird system. But yeah, so their LR not doing too well. Obviously on the JP side, I believe they've gotten their Extremes Awakening, which is definitely much needed. But these guys, yeah, on the global side, they're not looking too hot, if I can be honest. And because of that, the team itself suffers a little bit. Plus, it's missing an LR comparative to the Ginyu Force. So whereas the Ginyu Force has the tech and the physical, these guys just have the int. However, their team is still pretty solid. You got a lot of great options, you know, just looking at what they bring together. So firstly, we have Strength, Bardock, fantastic unit, damage reduction per unit on the team, very tanky, like a surprisingly very tanky unit. Not surprisingly, but just a very tanky unit. He's got that 7% crit chance, he's got 50% damage reduction on a team like this. And he seals, so he's just really good. Really good. A nice, consistent unit. Fascia, also great. We've got the evasion from Fascia. The debuffing from Fascia, we got a bit of support from her every time she evades, so that really comes in handy. Then we have the Shugesh, which is on his own mission, and we have Borgos. So Shugesh is pretty cool. You have to use Shugesh properly, so you have to link him up just after Bardock, the strength one, because what will happen is strength Bardock can seal, and then Shugesh can stun the unit that's sealed, which makes a very nice combination that provides a lot of control, which helps out a lot. It's only a stun for that turn, but it's still helpful because it's preventing damage and just allowing things to line up pretty nicely. Then on top of that, kind of again taking a look at the team. AGL Borgos. So AGL Borgos, pretty good unit. He's got stunning, so he's actually a nice unit to kind of have as a. I want to say he's a nice unit to have as like a. Personally, I would probably place him over Shugesh, and just have him have that chance to stun, because his stun is for 2 turns. So his stun is pretty good. I probably would roll with that. Let you have Bardock sealing 1 unit, him potentially stunning another one. But you could, look to do either. I think is fine. That's just my opinion. And then of course we also have the Tech Bardock. So Tech Bardock is obviously the friend Bardock. As like just clarity. Tech Bardock is our friend Bardock. And now this is where I think the team is also let down. Storied Figures outside of Tapion and Minoshia, the LR, does not have a great lead. And they're good, but they're also not, they're not blowing people's minds. So the big thing is, to be entirely honest, Tech Bardock is not the most amazing unit to be a lead for an ESPR and SPR. A lot of the times, like your leads, like your premium leads, they tend to be like strong, in a sense of like they tend to solo carry events a lot of the times. They tend to do a lot of damage. They tend to be just very strong, very powerful units that really do help to carry a lot of the offensive payload. Bardock, he doesn't do that. Bardock does not do that in any way, shape or form. Bardock is very much quite hindered as a unit, functionally speaking. He needs time to build up. He needs a Goku so that he can get his 4C all attacks ability, which, by the way, just won't proc with the way the team works, because you can't get a Storied Figures unit on the team. Do you have to do a free-to-play team? No, you don't have to. Obviously, there are some great summonable Team Bardock units that will help boost the team. Talking Team Bardock because it's probably the easiest one to fiddle around with. You've got physical LR Bardock, you've got Int Tora, you've got physical Fasha, and all three of these units will really help out. Aside from that, if you're going like on the extreme side of things do get a little bit weirder there, because firstly it's very difficult to build the team. But you've got units like Kid Buu, Bojack, Harudagon, Tapion and Minoshia. There's a lot of interesting options, but then things start to get a little bit weird link-wise, which is why I stick to Team Bardock. However, it doesn't mean you have to. You can obviously do a hybrid team if you have Tapion and Minoshia. You can run a team under them. You could also run a team under Int Harudagon. Now, Int Harudagon alone would probably make this team pretty good. He is also a transformation boost lead, so you can probably design a team underneath him. Demon King Piccolo, Tech, Buu and Evil Buu, Harudagon himself. Yeah, I think you could definitely build a team. It's just that I think like you'd be, I want to say a little bit ham-fisted, but you would be probably a little bit limited. There are also some other great Bardock units. You've got the Tech Bardock Super Saiyan, you've got Int Super Saiyan 3 Bardock, you've got Int Super Saiyan Bardock, Strength Super Saiyan 2 Bardock. Like, there's a lot of good Bardock options as well. Like, I still feel like Bardock probably the better option just because of the way the links work. Just provides a lot of consistency. But a lot of those guys aren't actually even on Team Bardock, so then you probably need the Tech Bardock. So it does make things a little bit more difficult, but you can still make it work. But yeah, ultimately, at the end of the day, it's another run done with a free-to-play team, which is great. Provides a great incentive to go pick up the Team Bardock team, because it's another category that they can complete fully free-to-play. And yeah, I think ultimately at the end of the day, it's a good pickup. Good pickup, good result, team running nicely, and I think ultimately that's all you really want. Get the win, even if you have to use items, get the stones, and call it a day.